My camera just died. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry I haven't filmed anything. It's kind of a lie. I have filmed something and then I threw it out the window because it was absolute crap. And so we're getting to a point where I have to rethink the entire YouTube thing that I'm doing because of the stupid 4K. Now that I started with the 4K, I cannot not do the 4K, but I'm not really set up for it. I need to do something to make this 4K work for me. Because my camera, after 10 minutes or even less than 10 minutes of shooting in 4K, overheats and then eventually will shut down. And that, I can't have that. If I'm filming, I'm talking for hours and hours and hours, and my camera needs to keep up. Hello, little camera. Are we okay? Are you getting warm yet? Yeah, you're getting very warm. But you're so cute. And your videos are so nice. I don't want to spend $3,000 on a camera and a lens in order to do these shots if this already does such a cracker job. Is that even a word, cracker job? Maybe I should just put my iPhone on the tripod and say, hey, look, iPhone video, and blur out the background with the artificial iPhone thing. X100V video is kind of a no-go for the amount of video that I'm trying to film on it. It's just not made for video. Very cumbersome. You gotta hook up the power. You gotta hook up that cooler. You gotta hook up your microphones. You gotta hook up the monitor because it doesn't have a flippy screen either. So you have to have an extra monitor. Another problem. For one solution may be the Atomos Ninja 5 external recorder. $600 minimum to spend, plus an SSD drive, plus what else I need for it. What else could I do? Well, I have another camera, the one that I used before I even got the X100V. I tried that, recorded a beautiful talking head video that I didn't like as much because with whatever lenses I have, they're just not as good as this lens on that 100V. I have a whole bunch of great lenses, but they're not working for this setup that I have. I have a tiny little office. I can't put a 56mm lens. I'm gonna be sitting in that corridor out there to talk to you. I thought, you know what? I can maybe mount that camera back on there and then go and get myself a nice f.2 lens to get that same creamy background that I have. Happy as a clam. Did the X-T2 in 4K, and lo and behold, that bloody thing overheated as well. Not as quickly as the X100V, but it was still overheating. And in order to get that lens that I want, I would have to spend a minimum of $600 or even more, $1,200 for an 18mm f1.4 lens to get this nice blown out background. That's a no-go too, because I have a camera that overheats. It doesn't have eye detection focus in 4K, and I would have to buy a really expensive lens with it. So I'm looking at this point, at least $1,200 for a solution that's not really great. So now I'm looking at everything. But one thing is clear. All of these Fuji, all of that, I'm gonna sell all of it. I'm not using it anymore. None of this. It's been sitting on my shelf over there, and you see how empty it is now. It's been sitting there for over 3 years. Don't use it. All this stuff has to go. And again, all of this for a channel that currently does not generate a sad dime. Am I doing it just because it's so much fun? So I'm actually thinking of going to a local camera store and giving everything in consignment. They're probably going to give me very little for it, but it's still more than having the stuff sitting on my shelf. And then I have options of what I'm going to do with the money. So believe it or not, I have been even looking into Sony cameras. Maybe I'm going to get a Sony point and shoot. I'm getting a Sony point and shoot. Maybe I'm just going to talk less. Maybe I'm just going to reduce my YouTube videos to 5 minutes total. So I was looking at the Sony ZV-1, the Sony ZV-1F, and the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. I also looked at the Sony ZE-10. Here we're going again in the territory of interchangeable lens cameras, and that means money. So, because now you have a camera that accepts lenses. So now you're going to go and buy this lens, and then you're going to buy this lens, and then you're going to buy this lens, and then you're going to buy this lens. And suddenly you have all this crap again, and it's too much. You don't want to carry it around with you because you have so many lenses. Which lens am I going to use today? I don't know. I'm going to bring all of them, and boom, we're getting to the same problem that led me to the X100V. One camera, one focal length, done. So one thing's clear. This camera is my favorite camera of all time. I learned so much about photography because of this camera. And I've had it for 3 years now. I've owned this Fuji for the last 3+ years. I had it since March 2020. This is the longest I've had a camera that I loved using. You always love using your new gear. And then after a little while, it looks old and you don't want to use it anymore. And there's all these other things out there that are better than the camera that you own. It's called GAS, Gear Acquisition Syndrome. Look it up. This Fuji, it healed me of that. Yeah, I just got the overheating again. I don't know what to do. I'm really torn. So we'll see. I will keep you posted about my decision. I will keep filming in 4K. I have to. I just can't look at anything that's not 4K anymore. I've filmed in 1080 for so long, and nobody ever said to me, why are you not in 4K? And now that I've seen it once, and I am not the person that should be filming in 4K. My skin is flaky, old, wrinkly, I'm oily, I have pimples, scars, whatever. It just looks more realistic. And I want to be a real person to you. 4K, the high resolution adds to the reality of the situation. That just makes absolutely no sense other than to me. I get it. But here we are, rethinking everything for a channel, again, that is not monetized. So all of the things I'm doing here is I'm doing because I like doing it, and I love that you guys enjoy what I'm doing. So we'll find a solution in one way. Maybe next week you're gonna see me on a Sony camera. That's it for today. Another video nobody needed, but here it is. Stick with me on this journey to master 4K for YouTube video viewers so that they can see every last pimple on my face. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.